This is DNTO enduring for 10 years. You know, over the holidays I went to the southernmost tip of Mexico for a holiday, and you know, I arrived, there's no one around, beautiful cabana overlooking the ocean, dogs wandering around. I wanted to go head down to the beach, so I took this long winding staircase down towards the ocean, and the first people that I run into, I'm like, "Hable inglés?" And they're like, yeah, we're from Vancouver. It turns out these two people were actually from my neighborhood in Vancouver on Commercial Drive. You know, there's nothing quite like traveling to an exotic country and finding a little bit of home. And that's what happened to Doug Murray when he stumbled into a little piece of Canada in Belize. Here's the story.
Palm trees rustle in a tropical breeze as I'm walking down a dirt road several kilometers outside of the town of Spanish Lookout, Belize. A bank of floodlights illuminates a field in the distance. I pass dozens of parked pickup trucks and bob and weave through a large crowd of children. As I get closer to the lights, I begin to hear something familiar. The sun has been down for about an hour and a half, and the temperature has dropped to 30 degrees Celsius. There's a full moon. It's the perfect night for hockey. The scene is so Canadian that I can almost hear Foster Hewitt, but with a twist. Hello, Belize and hockey fans in Guatemala and Mexico.
Well, hello, my name is Rachel Dewick from Spanish Lookout, and I'm in Belize,
I'm single.
Central America, and I like watching hockey games.
So how did hockey end up in Belize? Mennonites. Here's a little history. The Mennonites emerged in Europe in the 16th century. They have a history of migration due to persecution for their beliefs. In the 17th and 18th centuries, they came to North America, and for a while, things were good. But in 1922, Mennonites in Manitoba and Saskatchewan were again feeling pressure, this time because of restrictive educational legislation. Neighbors were also upset because the Mennonites would not serve in the military. Some felt it was time to move again, and a group headed to Chihuahua, Mexico to establish a settlement there. But there were still problems. A drop in the infant mortality rate resulted in a huge growth in the community. At the same time, new Mexican land ownership laws made it difficult to expand the community. So, in 1958, there was yet another migration south. This time to British Honduras, or what is now Belize. Today, there are many Mennonite communities, ranging from very traditional to very modern. Spanish Lookout is a modern community, perched near the Guatemalan border. Many of the residents are Canadian citizens simply because their parents were, but many have never set foot in Canada. Tonight, the community has gathered for the playoffs. It's the final round, and the blue team is leading the series against the white team. The fans are wired.
Yeah, I don't really know exactly where it came from. There's a couple guys that played in Canada on ice, probably on a pond or something. And then when they came out here, they tried it on rollerblades. They brought the sticks along from Canada, and then they started out playing, like I said, chicken barns and stuff like that. And now we have a hockey floor, and they're playing there. So
Eddie Reimer is a hockey coach, though tonight he is watching the game from the stands because his team, the green team, was eliminated earlier in the semis.
It's interesting. I guess from when they first started out, it just became a game. Like a friendly game. There was not even no fans or anything. So everybody started to like it, and then just as it grew, fans started to come and cheer for the groups, and for the team, whatever. And it's just grows like.
After annoying neighbors in a series of temporary playing spots, plans were made to build an official-sized concrete rink. It turned into a case of, if you build it, they will come. The rink is no different from an outdoor Canadian rink. The boards are plastered with ads from farm implement dealers, local shops, and the pizza joint. There's no ice, so rollerblades take the place of skates.
Like when Green played, that was my team, the Eagles, we had a lot of fans because we were all beginners, everybody had never played before, and whenever we scored,
we only had rookies.
Yeah, we only think we had rookies, So everybody cheered for us, if we made a score, right? So it was really nice, We had a lot of fun. I mean, we didn't win a game, but we had a lot of fun. It was good.
Ken Duick is the father of Belizean hockey.
Actually, I brought it down.
Ah.
I was in Canada for a year.
Whereabouts?
Manitoba. Yeah, I was in Arbor. I was there a year in school, and then I played hockey there for a year. And then when I came down, I brought rollerblades, and the guys got involved, so it became bigger and bigger.
This is like huge.
And he agrees, and he sees big things for the game down here.
Well, hopefully, in some years we're going to have 8 teams, and then we're going to call it like the Belize National Hockey League or something. I don't know what. We don't have a name for the trophies yet either, which I think will come. I don't think it's going to be the Stanley Cup. It'll be something else.
All right, good job.
One of the struggles of playing in Paradise is getting gear. It's not like the players can run down to the sports store and get the latest in pads. Players have to be resourceful.
Oh, here and there, I guess internet, like if you go on eBay, order by, if anybody goes up to the U.S., it brings one for him, one for his friend, stuff like that, and so it's slowly coming together. Because there's not many sticks. The sticks are quite limited. If everybody would break a stick tonight, they'd be in trouble.
So what about the game? Well, these guys can play hockey. They set up decent plays, they work as a team, and most importantly, they entertain the crowd.
Let's go! Come on, Carl! Come on, Carl! Earn it!
Tonight, the crowd of 200 or so is watching the game intently. The fans could have been plucked from any small rink in Canada. Though this being a Mennonite community, you also see a sprinkling of very traditional Mennonite dress. And there are also plenty of ball caps from places like Steinbach, Manitoba, and Lacrete, Alberta. In Canada, hockey players are always the most popular boys. Is it the same here?
Yeah, it's kind of like if they play it, they're kind of like cool or whatever. Everybody.
They're counted as cool people, especially if they play like real good. Then they're counted cool.
How well do these guys know the game? Perhaps it's time for a little test. What number did Wayne Gretzky wear?
96, 95. I think it's 95.
This night, the blue team is victorious. And as the sounds of Hockey Night in Belize begin to fade, I can't help thinking that I've just witnessed Belize's own heritage classic. For Definitely Not the Opera, I'm Doug Murray.
Hey, thanks, Doug. So if you have any stories of something so Canadian in a faraway land, a hockey game, a donut shop, a strange Canadian talisman, whatever, we want to hear from you.